This is GabNet, the Great American Broadcast Network, now in its 8th year of talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey everybody, this is Alex, and this is the Ramble, and we go until midnight tonight from New York, New York. And let me turn on the lights here. There we go. I forgot to turn on the live video, but it's on now. So if you want to watch it, it's out there for you to watch, folks. Okay, all right. Okay. Boy, getting cold, huh? All across the country. Not good, not good. But we'll go out to where it's a little bit warmer, I would imagine. I think it's a little bit warmer out there as we go out to California. And let's see here. Let me just push the right button here, and there we go. There's Phil Meyer, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Philip.
Hey, good evening. It's let me be the first to wish you a happy birthday on this show.
Well, yeah, I guess. I get a little sick of I really dread my birthday because of my Facebook page.
Oh, yeah.
It gets inundated. I mean, I had over 400 well-wishers this year, and I know that most of them just saw a thing that said, it's Alex Bennett's birthday, send him a greeting, and then it says, happy birthday, Alex.
Well, I think it's a nice thing. I did turn off the notifications.
Yeah, well, you didn't get one. I didn't get one from you.
Yeah, I sent you a private message.
Oh, did you really? I can't remember.
Yeah, what did don't know if it was. I think it might have been an email. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was an email.
It could have been. Could have been.
Yeah, I said something snarky.
Something snarky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, I'll have to look. I'll resend it if you didn't see it amongst the 400 other ones that you got.
It was over 400.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just that I like to look through them only because I want to see if some people, who I know wish me a happy birthday so that I can say, hey, I got your thing. Okay.
Yeah. Now, I'm pretty sure I did write something snarky, nice. I wished you a happy birthday, and I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was cute.
Yeah.
What are you, 84, right? 83. Yeah. So if if you were dyslexic, you'd be 38.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just, what's it like to be 38? 30.
I think I met you. You were
probably
in your early 30s.
I was
like 73. I met you.
I'm trying to think. What's 1973?
Yeah, you were living on 14th Street.
Oh yeah.
And you were living, and Naomi Page was there. She made me breakfast.
Okay. Yeah.
And your car was stuck in the garage. There was some electrical outage, and you couldn't open the garage door.
Right.
So you stood on the air. I was on WPLJ. You said you needed a ride home, so I gave you.
And
one.
so there he was, folks.
There I was.
And then we got to know you when we got to San Francisco.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was in 1979. I think the end of 79.
End of 79, beginning of 80.
Yeah. So I've known you how many years?
Well, it depends if it was a
about
chance meeting or, let's see, that's 20, 40, 42, 43.
Something like that.
Yeah. Not including
I think that's long enough, and it's been nice knowing you, Phil.
Yeah. Hey, have a nice day.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
now that you're approaching uh, uh, the latter part of your life, and you've had a very storied career, and you've done a lot of really neat things. You've met a lot of really uninteresting people. You've interviewed some of the most interesting people in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what's still on the plate for you? What are you dreaming of doing that you either haven't done or you want to do again? What's your bucket list?
Not dying tonight.
Well, yeah, if I stay on this thing for another half hour, you will.
No, I don't have anything on my bucket. That's a terrible part about it. As you get older, you don't have a bucket list left. And it used to be that I could fill 4 hours just talking myself about what happened to me that day. And now my life is so uninteresting, I couldn't tell you what happened in the last 10 minutes. I mean, really, it's not exciting. It's just not exciting. Now, maybe it's just that it wouldn't have been exciting anyway, because maybe life isn't as exciting as it used to be,
Well, part of that could be the COVID thing, and having to stay away from other people, and worry about getting sick. Those things can
Well, but even then, I could talk about my day in your green screen. When you hold up your bottle,
it's green. It's a ghost of a bottle.
You got an empty bottle of Pellegrino there.
Yeah, well, actually, it's still nourishing.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's the wrong color for a green screen.
Yeah, right. No, what was I going to say? I don't know.
You were saying that
not as exciting.
Yeah.
Nothing exciting, particularly.
Now, where did you get your leads in the early days for things to do? Even when you were at Camel, every day there was something. We went. Sometimes you took me with you, and we went to like a light and not light and motion. What's the it was like a movie studio in San Francisco. It was on the second floor. A light, and it was it Lucas's thing? What was Lucas's thing called?
Industrial Light and Magic?
That's it.
Well, I only went out there a couple of times.
Well, you took me.
I took you to Industrial Light and Magic? You mean?
Yeah.
Did I take you out to Skywalker Ranch?
No. No, but you once took me to a storage facility where they had all the models from Star Wars.
I don't remember that.
And they were outside.
No, well, that was Industrial Light and Magic. It was called Kerner Optical.
It was in San Rafael.
Yeah, but it was they named it Kerner Optical so that nobody would know what was going on inside.
Yeah.
And in the backyard, in the back parking lot, they had all these things. This is where they blew up all the stuff, for the pictures and stuff. Yeah.
Well, also we down in the Mission, or just south of Market. One day we went. There was a Light and Magic thing there where they had all these banks of 35 millimeter projectors, and they were set up with these reel-to-reel tape recorders to do the dissolves, and they had a video recorder.
I don't remember any of that.
Well, yeah, I remember.
You didn't do it with me.
Yeah, I did it with you. Yeah, I would never have gotten into a place like that if it
A
wasn't.
bunch of video recorders, but then there were motion picture projectors, and
There was a hallway, and they had a video recorder at the end of the hallway, and then they had 4 banks of 35 millimeter carousel projectors.
I've forgotten it, or you imagined it. I
was so impressed with this, and this was Industrial Light and Magic, and it was on the second floor. They were really nice.
On the second floor of what? Where?
This building that was on like Howard or Folsom, one of the streets that went from left to right.
I don't know anything like that.
Wow. Well, that means that you can have all these wonderful experiences again, and it'll be like the first time it ever happened.
Well, yes, of course. I said the best thing about getting Alzheimer's is all the new people you get to meet every day.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
But,
well, now that time has passed, you have any regrets? Anything that you wish you didn't do?
Of course, I think we all have regrets of things we didn't get around to or opportunities that we passed up.
Yeah.
If we don't have that, then we didn't have much of a life.
Yeah. Can you think of any that have?
Well, you see, the thing is, I could say that I often regret not having taken a job with Mel Karmazin in Washington, D.C., or actually right outside
WJFK.
WJFK, right. I turned that down at the last minute. He was the guy who was responsible for the success of Howard Stern, and he wanted me to come in and do afternoons, and they were going to syndicate me and everything. And at the last minute, I just couldn't. I could walk away from my contract at Live 105, Live 105, but I felt I would be letting people down, and so I didn't do it. But I wish I had done it. But then again, see, we don't know what the future would have held in store for me. I could have gone there. It could have been a flop, and then I'd be out of a job, and my life would take a whole different course.
Yeah.
Instead, I stayed in San Francisco a few more years, than I was supposed to stay there. And, life went the way it went, and I don't have that many regrets, I don't know. There are things, but I don't want to get into them because it would seem bitter on my part.
Well, bitter is good. Well, you can look at it as bitter, or you can look at it as it was a learning experience, and every one of these experiences.
No, well, this isn't a learning experience.
Another,
This is somebody who stole my act.
Oh, was that the guy? Oh, was that the guy in San Francisco that got hired for your spot?
No.
Oh.
He failed on his own level.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No.
Well,
somebody who lock, stock, and barrel stole my act.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think it's.
And was eminently successful with it.
Really?
Yes.
So, can you steal his act?
No, but he claimed that I did.
Really?
Yes. And how could he? I was older than he was.
Yeah.
He had listened to me growing up.
Yeah.
And there were various components to my career. There was the radio side. Then there was also like the Midnight Blue thing with the TV and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this guy took all these various aspects of my career and melded them together.
Yeah. Well, Howard, huh?
Who?
Is it Howard?
Yeah, I guess that was his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate, but they say.
I think the only thing that I got resentful about wasn't, when people steal from you, you go, great, go ahead, steal from me. You can steal from me, and I can come up with 10 more ideas. All right?
Isn't that the highest form of flattery?
Well, that's the other thing, is you look upon it as flattery, up to a point. But when the person starts telling the world, because he has a larger megaphone than you do, that I stole from him.
Yeah.
Well, then it comes down to, hey, so you're the guy that stole from Howard Stern, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Because he's got the megaphone and I don't, or the larger megaphone.
Yeah.
And hey, you're a lot like Howard Stern. No, Howard Stern's a lot like me.
Yeah. Well, that people would have to know you to know.
And I might say he was eminently more successful than I was.
Yeah.
But to deny the people that influenced you, I never denied anybody who influenced me or that I might have stolen a little bit of my act from, because I'm a combination of a whole bunch of different people.
Well, everybody's a combination of
Yeah.
the experiences that they've had.
Well, no, not the experiences. When it comes to this kind of thing, you are the sum total of everybody that ever influenced you. You got a little bit from this guy, and a little bit from that guy, and a little bit from this guy, and a little bit from that guy. I mean,
true.
my whole persona, the beginnings of it were with a guy named Don Sherwood in San Francisco, who
Yeah.
I absolutely idolized. I mean,
When I moved to San Francisco, it was 74. And Don Sherwood, I think, was still around, and he was pitching. He was he did a lot of commercials for radio. For products.
No, there was a guy by the name of Don Sherwood something or another.
Oh, really? There was
Yeah.
an imitation there was somebody that was imitating Don Sherwood?
I think it was Don
Down
Sherwood.
to his name?
Don Sherwood Tennis or something like that. I can't remember now.
Oh, wait a minute. There was a Don Sherwood Tennis World.
Yeah, Don Sherwood
And-
Tennis World. Yeah.
Right. I knew
Had
the
nothing
guy.
to do with Don Sherwood.
Golf and tennis. It was
it
golf and
had,
tennis.
it had nothing to do with Don Sherwood.
Actually, I put floor covering in the guy's house, the son of the guy that owned that.
Yeah. Now, you know,
Yeah,
if I was
and-
starting a thing like golf and tennis and my name was Don Sherwood, I would change the name of the place because there already was a Don Sherwood who was so eminently well known in San Francisco. I mean, you drive around San Francisco, you didn't have to have a radio to hear him. The
Yeah,
sound was coming from everywhere. That's how many people were listening to him.
Wow. When did he stop broadcasting in the Bay Area?
I really don't know exactly because I left the Bay Area at during that period of time. But he was a KSFO. They left. They became program director of KSFO, and then he got hated for it. I mean, a whole bunch of things. But he finally, you know.
Well, you were at KSFO in a way. The CNET radio was KSFO.
No, it wasn't. No.
610, I think.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And,
no.
there's two guys.
No. It was not. It was
No, it
910 to begin with. It was 910.
910. Oh, so
And-
maybe it 910.
Yeah.
KNBR, I think, is 610. But yeah,
No,
910.
610 is KSFO. 710 or 810
Right.
is KGO.
KGO. Yeah,
This
there
was
was some
910.
guys, Getty and Armstrong. Armstrong and Getty.
Oh, they're
They-
terrible. They were the worst.
I know. They moved into your spot at the time slot when it went from CNET to KSFO.
No. Here, let me give you a little history.
All right.
Do you
I'll
know who
take-
replaced me on CNET when I left and did the mornings there?
they got a seal?
No. The
No, wow.
person who replaced him was named Alex Bennett.
How
Let me
was that?
explain what
Oh,
happened.
that's right. They hired you back.
No, it's not they didn't hire me back. What happened was CNET was a radio station for a short amount of time. It was called LMA, and what they do is they pay the person who owns the channel to rent it. Okay?
Right.
So they rented it. It didn't work for them. They got rid of me, and then they closed the whole thing down. Okay? In the meantime, a friend of mine, Ed Cramp, who I used to work with at Live 105, was my general manager, asked me if I could come in and do him a favor and take the morning slot and see if I could do anything with it. And he was going to promise that anything was going to happen, but could I stay? So when they immediately went off the air, that following Monday, I was on that channel again. So I replaced myself,
Yeah.
okay, basically, in essence.
But there was a time when you left, and then this Armstrong and Getty crew came in and started doing.
Well, what
that
it was,
slot.
what it was, is that Clear Channel, which was the people then, they're now called what do you call it?
Gabnet, I think.
No, they're now called iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
But they decided they wanted to run that station really cheap, and this was a show that was coming out of Sacramento. It was on in Sacramento, and they simply simulcasted it.
Right.
Yeah, and these guys are still working Sacramento, and I have no idea how, because they're two of the most untalented human beings on the face of the planet.
Well, I decided that I wanted to cut all of these things that subscriptions. I'm trying to reduce subscriptions. They say this is a smart thing to do in the economy that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
So I cut the Sirius subscription.
Mm-hmm.
$5 a month, and I got to listen to Fox News. So I cut it, and now in the morning on the way to work, guess who I have to listen to? Armstrong and Getty.
Oh, boy. Are they still on in San Francisco?
Yeah. KSFO.
No, they're not.
Yeah, I listened to them this
They're
morning.
on 910. They're not on KSFO.
That is KSFO, isn't it?
No, it isn't. KSFO is 560. Boy, you're mixed up.
Okay, well, which one is 910?
God, you're confusing me. What? 910 used to be, I think it was
CNET.
called, no, it was called, it had another name. I think it was KNEW or something like that. Yeah.
They had guys like Michael Savage, I think, at one time, and it was a very right-wing station.
Well, Michael Savage was on KSFO.
All right, then that's what I was listening to, and Armstrong and Getty is on.
Do you think anybody cares about what we're talking about here?
Oh, no, okay. So back to your bucket list. Do you want to make a plan for the next 10 or 15 years? While you're still healthy enough to really accomplish.
Well, you see, here the problem with my age is,
Mm-hmm.
that I have no idea how long I'm going to live. So
Yeah.
I don't know two things. How much money should I spend?
Yeah.
See, because God forbid I should blow all my money by the time I'm 85, figuring I'm going to be dead by then, and I live to be 100. Okay?
Yeah.
And then I don't have any money. Okay.
Well, if you plan to live to be 100, how
What I loved
should you
was
spend a year?
Bubbles used to say, wouldn't it be great if we knew what
day we were going to die?
What day we were going to die, but not the year.
Well, I understand that Bubbles had a way of predicting when
Yeah.
someone was going to die.
Well, no, there was this thing he saw online. It was a mathematical thing he could do. The Marjorie went and did it, and she should be dead by now, I think.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I get it. The because I'm looking at it, I'm going to be 69, but longevity doesn't really run in my family on the men's side. My father was 44 when he died. Now my mother's 94. She was 94 this month, and she's in fantastic health. You would think she's 75.
Well, I'm 83 and I'm in terrible health.
Yeah, well, she's always.
Do I
taking,
look sick?
Yeah,
I do look sick.
No, not really. Just who's Jackie Coogan? No. I know you try to emulate him and steal his act, but
Jackie Coogan, yeah. Here's the thing that's terrible in life is that people, if they don't know who Jackie Coogan was, he played Uncle Fester on The Addams Family. You go, oh, that guy. But no, he had a bigger career.
Right.
He starred with Charlie Chaplin in The Kid.
Yeah.
And he was, if you go and see that movie, the most adorable child you've ever seen in your life. And I use Jackie Coogan as a perfect example of what morning did this guy wake up and look in the mirror and say, what the fuck happened to me?
But when we look in the mirror, what we see is what we feel we are. I don't feel old. I don't feel broken down.
Don't worry. That time will come.
I know.
That time will come. I think it was only recently, a couple of years ago, I looked at myself in the mirror and said, oh, this is not a good thing. You know.
I had to have some photographs taken for passport type photographs. And I looked at these photographs and I said, I look like that. I couldn't believe it. My hair doesn't show up much, whatever I've got left, because it's silver. And I couldn't believe how old I looked in those photos.
Wow. Wow.
You know.
Son of a bitch. Well, you know, I mean, I just feel I'm looking. Gee, I'm a little bit. Do I look like I'm? I guess it doesn't look there like I'm off. I feel like I'm a little out of sync here.
No, the sync is perfect.
Well,
at least
on the video, though, I don't think so. I think I'm a little out of sync.
I don't know what it looks like on YouTube, but on
that's my whole life, folks. Is I'm a little out of sync. That's what the problem is.
Well, at least you're out of the bathtub. You know, unlike that guy that calls and from the bathtub.
Yeah.
Bathtub Brian. That's it.
But anyway, we had a couple of things. What was happening in the last couple of days? There were.
Well, did you go celebrate your birthday?
Yes, we did. We went to a restaurant, very nice restaurant, and yeah. So
yeah, I think I listened to the your Monday show for a few minutes, and you had mac and cheese.
There was one of the components of it was I ordered this mac and cheese. I figured out what the hell, I don't care if I get fat or whatever. So I ordered this mac and cheese with truffles.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. It was just absolutely to die for.
Well, you know how they get truffles, right?
Pigs.
Yeah, pigs have to root for them.
Yeah. And, you know, but I mean, I found that was just, you know, it was wonderful. It was just terrific. But, you know, it was just a nice little birthday dinner. I take her out to dinner on her birthday, you know.
Did you get the free dessert?
Oh, yeah, well, I ordered the dessert, and it was they bring it with
Souffle?
this sparkler or something.
Yeah.
This fireworks display coming out of it.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so anyway.
It's nice that you can mark that day.
Well, when I took her for her birthday, they had the sparkler thing. It's like a little flare they do, and it, you know. And Marjorie said, "Well, I told them that it was your birthday, and they said, well, do you want us to do the birthday thing for him?" And she said, "You better not." And then she said it to me, and I said, "No, I want the birthday thing. I want that flare because I didn't get a photograph of it when it was your birthday."
Yeah.
So I got I don't have my phone here; it's in the other room. But I got you know.
You got a sprinkler or a sparkler.
A sparkler, yeah, absolutely. You know, so
that's very nice.
It was very nice. And
hey, are you getting that cold Arctic blast that is supposed to be
right
East Coast?
Well, it's coming. It's going to be 30 tonight.
Yeah,
and over the weekend, it's supposed to go down quite badly.
Yeah,
you know, but we don't plan to go out, so you know.
Yeah.
Screw that. Yeah.
I get it.
Why don't we bring everybody in here, okay?
All right. They can wish you a happy birthday too.
Yes. Let me admit
since this is the last show of the year and your birthday celebration.
We don't plan to go out, so you know.
All right. That's Jeff. Yeah. Jeff, show us a little more of your face, would you please?
Sure, I brought it with me.
Thank you. Right there. Right there. He brought his face with him. Hi, everybody. Hello, Alan, and hello, Brian, and hello, Charlie. How you doing, Charlie? Counting in binary is as easy as 0, 1, 10, 11.
0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1.
There's too much of Phil's incorrectness.
Yeah, let's do fact check on Phil.
I think Alan has the list. We discussed it before we came on.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it'll
wait a
be
minute.
about half hour.
Don Sherwood Golf and Tennis World
Yes.
Yeah.
is the name of it. By the way, Phil didn't end up with a sparkler on his ice cream. He ended up with a sparkler on his frozen Ensure because he's getting so old. And your number one bucket list thing, Alex, should be losing your memory of the first 30 years of Phil in your life.
He already did.
KNBR is 680.
Yeah, no kidding.
680. What's 910?
I don't know. You kept ramping up numbers.
910, I think, was KBL. I wasn't on 910. I was on 960, I think, which was KNEW.
Bill's on 911.
Yeah. But anyway, it's. I don't like to go back and look at that stuff. It's depressing, you know.
Everybody's like that, though.
What?
Everybody's like that.
Well, you know, I mean,
everybody was younger and had certain lifestyle. And
the worst thing about achieving the fame that I achieved, which was not incredible, but it was substantial in the Bay Area. The terrible part about that is eventually one day you won't be. So, you know, it all goes away after a while.
AKSF?
What? They changed the call letters at one point. Yeah.
Bill, pay attention. We're on the show.
Yeah.
Do your homework before the show, like Alan and I do.
Yep.
560 is KSFO.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Yep. And well, which one is okay?
Why don't we talk about something that everybody else is interested in?
Yeah.
Well, everybody here likes radio.
Yeah, like let's talk about Trump's taxes.
Yeah, he paid $4 million 1 year.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, and he didn't pay.
Wait a minute, he didn't pay $4 million. Where'd you get $4 million?
Because he had an income of $24 million.
I saw the whole thing. It never went over about 1.2 million.
6 years of taxes. 4 of them he had a loss. 2 of them he made money.
Yes, he made money, but is that successful?
Yeah,
is he successful?
You have expenses. And,
yeah.
Just because
in 2020, he paid $0 in taxes, Phil.
Well, he was working for the government and he didn't take a salary. You know, Biden is taking his Social Security, but Trump said, "Don't pay me my salary as a president." He didnn't take any money. I think he took $1 a year.
He got more money by having them stay at his hotels and shit that he didn't need to take a salary.
He
donate
take a salary.
Isn't it interesting? In 2016 and 2017, he hardly paid any taxes at all. Okay.
Well,
then in the next 2 years he did, but that was after he just opened that hotel in Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Well, he had a loss. He doesn't see that money directly from the hotel. It's a corporation. What trickles down to him as salary is something different than what you get.
And he can set the salary anywhere he wants to, can't he, Phil?
Yeah.
Yes, he sort of can.
Don't try to excuse this, Phil. I mean, to begin with, he said he couldn't show his taxes because he was under audit. And the fact of the matter was, he wasn't under audit.
Bill, how many
now? What, Brian?
Yes, Brian.
Bill, how many times did he ask you for money, for donations? Because it's a witch hunt. How many times?
A lot of
So
times.
that you don't take that as salary?
No, it wasn't going to him. It's going to the campaign to
really? Are you sure of that?
You are delusional.
And what happens?
Yeah.
And what happens after the election is over to all that money?
Yeah, exactly. Where does that go?
They don't get to keep it.
They get to keep it.
Yes, they
Yes,
do.
they do.
They get to give it to other
No,
candidates.
they don't.
No,
They don't. Who is I'm going to give all that money
the
to?
candidates?
Yeah, they give it to other candidates.
No, he did. He did all that
support their election.
as a way of making money.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, if it was a way of making money, how come
Phil, why don't you just admit this guy was a shit businessman?
Look,
He wasn't. Do you think he's worth $1 billion, Phil?
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Oh,
Because the properties that he owns, and many of them are free and clear, according to Forbes magazine, are worth billions of dollars. Probably
Who wanted to talk about Trump? Can we talk about Zelensky's speech, please? Let's get off this.
Oh, Zelensky gave Biden a medal that was.
No, I said speech.
He got.
What did you think about his speech?
I didn't hear the speech, but I understand he got a standing ovation.
Oh my
and
God.
he got Patriot missiles. but Putin says that he's going to send some sort of nuclear missile that's got a name like the Satan II.
Listen, I'm sure that Putin, even on his worst day, can pronounce nuclear better than you can.
Yeah, he's got
With his
the button.
accent. Tony, you got to clean your camera.
See it?
Oh, it is just, it's filthy.
Yeah.
How do you get so dirty? Your camera's so dirty.
This is my old laptop. I put Linux on it, so maybe the camera's not that sharp.
Get a tissue.
Just get a tissue.
Yeah, it's up here.
Your tissue's probably right next to your computer.
What?
You could use the old drape behind you.
You know, he has Vaseline on his hands when he touches that camera.
No, this is an old laptop. I put another operating system in. I don't think it's going to be that clear. Right?
How much clearer is that, guys?
That's a lot clearer.
Yeah.
Is it better?
It's okay.
I think it's
probably
glowing.
one of those
I'm
440
using it for a
cameras.
database.
He's glowing from his chemo.
Yeah. I was hearing Christmas songs today in the room. Bing Crosby.
That was the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, you're doing great. Yeah, right.
If I had, if you have cancer, I don't know if the best thing to listen to is Christmas music.
Well, they had Sirius on
I
in the
think
room.
funeral
Alex, the holiday
dirges
music.
might be a good idea.
I didn't realize that they had the Sirius channel on, so they had the holiday music. In 1963, what's the song? It's the most. Oh, Andy Williams, that song I like. 1963 it came out and debuted. I like Andy Williams. He sings pretty good for Christmas songs, at least.
I think we should just all be quiet and let Tony just do a monologue for the next hour.
You will fall asleep.
I can go to sleep right now.
I'll put you right out. I got the cake made, so when I visit Checky, I'll bring over a piece for you. I just finished it.
The what?
The rum cake.
He doesn't drink.
No, I had to soak the layers, each one. It's 3 layers. And
That
then
sounds like
put
some
cups
kind of
in.
sexual euphemism. Soak the layers.
Well, you got to soak it with rum.
Hey, I'm
You
going to
have
go
bake
soak
it.
the layer.
I used like a half a bottle of rum, me and my sister. We were doing it.
Yeah, well, I used to ply him with champagne. I guess you're just using rum.
Well, I melted the chocolate. It took a while, but it's fun to make.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony,
Yeah.
get out of my room.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You're in my house. I won't charge you any room and board. What do you want for breakfast? I got a lot of food in the fridge.
Ham and eggs. That's his favorite thing.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah, where's my rum cake?
It's around the corner. I left it by my sister's. I can get it, but just chill.
Yeah, likely story. I don't believe that there was a rum cake.
Yeah, there is. I'm telling you. I
You
showed
want
it to
to
them.
see my messenger? You see every
Yeah, I got that thing going, man. I had to decipher my mother's old recipe. Alex, you had to see how she wrote
He
this
was
thing.
so frightened of me, Tony,
Yeah.
that he didn't even send me a birthday greeting on Facebook.
I did. I wish you
Did
happy
you?
birthday.
See, I couldn't
On
tell.
your page.
You were one of the.
Oh, yeah, I didn't do it in your message. You told me not to, though.
That's
I
why he
know.
said you're so afraid of him.
You're one
Yeah,
of like
well,
the
yeah. I still got
400.
your number in my Apple phone. I was going to tell Brian. I won't call him from my room. Thanks for the phone call today, Brian. That was nice of you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Tony. Just remember
Yes.
who loves you on this panel.
Yeah, Brian does.
That's
Oh, Charlie
not
does too. He always messages
that's
me now.
not
And
what he
Alan. I
said.
can't forget Alan. Yes.
So, what did you guys think of Zelensky's speech?
Yeah. Nothing about me, please. How much?
I thought it was fine. You know, he came to the United States to fundraise, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
Sort of weird to do it there, though, you know, when everyone starts clapping right when he says something, you know, oh, my people are dying, but we're staying strong. Yay! And everybody claps. You know, it's sort of weird. In
Yeah,
that
but
sense.
he's used to that. You know, he's a performer.
Yeah, I know, but still, it seemed weird. Oh, my people are dying. But
I'm
we're
surprised
still
he didn't do
strong.
one-liners. You know.
Still
Well, he
dancing.
did. He said, and do we have enough money? Oh, not really. Or not enough. Yeah, he said not really. And everybody laughed. And I don't know if that was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, I found the thing I sent you, Alex. I said, thoughts and prayers. Happy birthday.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, I know that. That's one of your favorite
One of my
greetings.
favorite
Oh, yeah.
thoughts and prayers. Thoughts
The
and
house is
prayers.
going down.
Yeah. So let's see here. Well, I'd go around the panel. Charlie, what did you do on my birthday?
I watched the Cowboys blow an incredible game.
Okay.
That's a hard.
And what did you do on my birthday, Brian?
I watched the Eagles win, and I watched the Raiders pull off some weird one, and then Dallas choke. And so my day was very well spent.
Brian was beaming.
Oh boy! Oh, I just hurt my hernia from sneezing. Oh, when I sneeze, my hernia goes bad. So.
I've got one of those too.
What?
A hernia, and I just talked to the surgery department, and they said, "Well, if it gets to the point where you can't push it back in, then call us."
Yeah, I can always push it back in. So.
Yeah.
Regulate.
So
You want to be careful with surgery there, Phil.
Yeah. I don't want surgery.
It's being done by an ophthalmologist.
Kaiser, you're lucky it's being done by a doctor.
Yeah. But
Rand Paul. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, and there, I never could figure out why Kevin's picture gets streaky like that at the very beginning, and then it disappears. Then it disappears.
Like old film going across.
I think it's a TikTok filter.
It's a TikTok filter.
Oh, look at the blinds in the background are moving.
Santa on a sleigh, and it has movement in the background.
I like the blinds in the background are moving like there's a wind.
Yeah. But anyways, so well, now I'm sniffling here because I sneezed. There's something in this apartment. I mean, it's like allergy stuff, I'm
telling you, there's dead people in the walls there.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Hey, we had a killer earthquake in the
6.4.
Yeah, I saw that. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not being talked about that much, but there's a lot of damage up there. And the 6.4.
6.4 is huge.
This was
not that populated up there, but the roads are
all the cannabis stores have collapsed.
By the way, our first cannabis store is going to open up next week here in New York City.
That's right.
I don't know where it
Floor of
is.
your building.
What?
No?
What?
First floor of your building.
Yeah, first floor of my building.
Now, who owns it? I understand that that fighter.
Don Sherwood.
No.
Tyson.
Tyson. Mike Tyson.
Oh.
He's in the cannabis business.
I know that.
Yep.
And I think his partner is Holyfield, right?
Yes, it is.
Well, no, he has a Holyfield. He has a Holyfield product.
Oh,
called Holyfield Bites, and they're in the shape of an ear.
Mike Bites.
Mike Bites.
Mike Bites.
Mike Bites, yeah. They said that you said that they were giving these cannabis stores to people that were in jail. Well, Mike Tyson went to jail.
No, but he didn't go for pot.
No.
He went for the wife hitting.
He didn't go for pot. It's people who spent time in prison for marijuana or for marijuana sales or arrests or whatever, that they were going to give the first preference on being able to open these things up. There's been some kind of argument about that. People yelling, screaming, "Well, that's unfair." What do you mean it's unfair? To begin with, if I'm going to buy pot, I want to buy it from somebody who knows how to sell it. Okay?
Can I ask you a question, Alex, on that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think you're going to be able to buy pot online, like sell it? Are they allowed to sell it online?
Well, no, because the problem is that not every state, it's not illegal in every state.
I see what you're saying.
Once, if they make a national law making it legal, that's possible. But
I can see them selling on eBay and Amazon.
Then again, you can't buy cigarettes by mail.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't? Oh,
hey,
okay.
Tony, pot and comic books. You got a
I was thinking of everybody who spends $150 a month, throw them a joint.
Yes,
Get them
Al.
high and buy some more.
I should start a pot store. I sold pot during the 1980s.
I'll give him my mother's pot.
Pots and
No,
pans?
but you had to get arrested for it and thrown in
Oh,
jail.
really?
Oh, sorry. I was doing the arresting.
Oh, you want to hear something?
The interesting thing. Wait a minute, Tony. I'm talking.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing. Anyhow, the interesting thing is in the 1980s, a joint was still a felony in California.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
How times changed.
Yeah.
In New York, too.
Yeah, listen to this. I was watching a documentary on the information age in the year 1980 in review, and I didn't realize it. McCartney got arrested for pot, and he was in jail, and I think it was in China for 9 days or something, or Singapore.
Who?
Oh yes,
Paul
it
McCartney.
was in Singapore.
I was like, I just finished watching it. Yeah, I was going to tell you that.
It was in
Did you know that?
Singapore or maybe Hong Kong. I can't remember. It was
Something like that. Yeah, he was in
they
there for
cane him?
marijuana.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy that's soon to be Speaker of the House.
Who?
No.
Not that
May
McCarthy.
not be
I was
Speaker of
thinking the
House.
same
Kevin
thing.
McCarthy?
McCartney.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh.
Sorry.
Singapore, they would have caned him.
Yeah.
Well, Lennon was arrested for marijuana.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I was watching the year in review 1980. They were showing like the whole year each month.
So I mean, that was back then. Yeah, it's but what they've done is they just said all these people have been the people who have spent time in jail for selling marijuana for marijuana sales are the first people to get a thing.
Permit.
Now this guy's Sean Gorey. I've seen him. I saw him up there before. I'm going to put him on, but if we don't see him immediately, I'm going to hang up on him. Okay.
You didn't get the dirty video again?
Let's see here. Yeah.
We see
'cause
Ashley
I don't
Cheeks,
wanna
let him
see-
know.
is he there? Hello? Are
Gorey,
you?
can't you?
Oh, there he is. Oh,
There he
okay.
is.
Sean Gorey. Hello, Sean. How are you?
I think you're going to get
Sean,
bombed.
can you hear us?
His audio is still connected.
Turn on your audio, Sean.
muted.
No, he's still. You're muted.
It says mute.
He's smiling. He can hear us. Say something funny, Phil.
Are you
Hey,
there,
it's funny.
Sean?
Yeah.
Oh.
I told you you were going to get photo bombed.
my urologist.
Everybody with the last name of Gorey.
Let me see here. I will.
Gorey.
That's how I was when I got my biopsy.
You took it off too quick. Phil was collecting these pictures.
Three times the fun from last time, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I didn't trust the name when I first saw it earlier. And
Gorey. Think about it.
Yeah.
Corey.
But at least
He's
it wasn't somebody humping somebody, so
So if they
Well,
That would have been better.
Yeah, it would have been
Yeah,
better
right.
if not.
Hey, listen, I got to ask you guys something now. Should I get really festive with this show?
Yeah.
I mean,
Something look festive. Your
I saw this
your
on the
opening.
Gabnet page. I saw the thing
Yeah.
dropping.
oh well, that
No.
yeah, there I do that.
was very
yeah,
festive.
yeah. Let me see here. Oh, it's I don't-
Yeah,
I-
Brian just drove over me.
Oh yeah,
That's
you got a lawsuit.
Brian's
Phil.
old car.
I know a good lawyer. Hold on.
That day I changed
You got
my
an old Cadillac?
that day I changed my opinion about Phil. Said he was a nice guy, actually.
How's this?
Take it back.
Oh, there
Hey,
you go.
We've gotten together before. We had a good time.
Yeah.
wax on, wax off.
Very nice.
Huh?
So that's nice. If Marion Barry, if they legalized cocaine, he could be the first one to get a license in Washington.
That's crack.
You gotta
Oh,
cut
crack,
it just
sorry.
like this.
I don't know my
He
drug.
got elected when he was in jail as mayor of Washington, D.C. He was in jail.
He got
for being
reelected
convicted of
after he
smoking
got
crack.
out. He
That's
got
funny.
reelected after he got out.
I'm
He
voting
got,
for
he
this
got,
guy.
he got reelected while he was in jail.
This guy's story reminds me of Donald Trump. We get a criminal from 2016.
How do they vote for a guy who's incarcerated? I don't get it.
It's
Chris Rock
Washington,
has a
D.C.
good. Chris Rock
I
has
mean, how do you do it?
They couldn't tell the difference between the politicians.
Can you let
and
Brian
Marion
say
Barry.
what he was going to say?
What?
Brian, what were you going to say?
I just say Chris Rock has a good story about that whole thing. Pretty funny.
What about it?
Just about Marion Barry getting reelected.
It's crazy.
I hear he's got a size 11 slap on the side of his face too. Chris Rock.
Of
Really?
Wilson.
I didn't know that.
Is that Will? What's his name? That big? I didn't think he was that big of a guy.
I don't know. Do they measure hands?
He didn't
in
hit him
11?
with his penis. Okay.
Santa's
Well,
coming. Everybody be
Pretty
good.
important.
Hi, Kevin. How you doing?
Okay, how you doing, Alex?
Yeah, what's new?
Same old stuff.
What did you do for my birthday?
I sent you a text.
Yeah,
and,
that was very nice. Thank you.
I don't even remember. I think I was cleaning my garage.
Okay, well, that sounds like the kind of thing that people should do on my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday was your birthday, right?
Monday, I think.
No, Sunday,
Sunday,
Phil.
Sunday.
See, you didn't send me anything.
No wonder.
I sent it Monday. Yeah, you know.
And it'll be delivered in a month and a half.
Yeah.
Jack Bishop's going to personally deliver it.
Well, so Marjorie finally came up with, here's what you can get me for Christmas.
Ah.
Yeah.
So,
You going to tell us, or are you going to make us
iPod?
Like
no, Toomey bag.
oh, those are nice.
Very nice. I have a cup. I have one. And then she gave me another one of hers old ones. They last forever.
That's to me.
Can't you go down to one of those streets
Yeah,
down
but that's
there?
made in China, Phil.
What?
Can't you go to one of those stores you got down there in New York and get like a $5 Toomey bag?
The $5 Toomey bag, yeah.
Chinatown.
I'll tell you, the biggest nerve I ever saw anybody ever have, the biggest cojones, was in New York City on Fifth Avenue, right near Trump Tower. There's a Rolex store where they sell every brand of expensive Rolex you can imagine. But you may remember that was also the period of time where you could also buy a Rolex knockoff. These
And they were better than
I called them Folexes. And
I never understood that.
there was a guy standing in front of the Rolex store selling phony Rolexes. And nobody arrested him. Nobody stopped him.
That's like a New York. Every New Yorker who has that kind of a job, he has to be there on both sides.
I'll tell you how good these phony Rolexes were. I bought one once. It was like $5, $10. Okay, fine. I got my. So I start wearing my phony Rolex, and now I'm going out to dinner, and people are coming up to me and saying, "You have a Rolex? Wow, that's really great." And then I'm with a date, and she goes, that is a Rolex, yeah. Gee, do you have that much money? And I'm going, this is not good, because somebody next is going to hit me over the head and try and steal it, and it's a phony Rolex.
That's what they do out here. It's called jugging. And what they do is they follow you from a store, or they follow you.
Yeah, but those are real Rolexes, okay?
Phil's got one of those $5 Rolexes.
No, I did at one time have the $5 one, and I paid $100, but now I've got the real one.
Does it come out on occasions? Or what do you?
I've been wearing that one.
Well, I thought after a while, I said it's really stupid people going out and buying real Rolexes, because all they want is to flash it around, right? And if I've got a phony and I'm flashing it around and everybody thinks it's really a Rolex,
they only last about a few months.
Really?
Oh no, mine lasted a long time. I was told what was good about them is they actually had, I can't remember what watch manufacturer, but it had the internals.
Seiko or something.
Seiko. I had like a Seiko internal operation, or whatever thing going. And mine lasted for years. Yeah. Wow. I mean, I didn't wear it much because I really didn't want to get heat for it, Yeah.
So do you think that your Movado is real?
Oh, my Movado is absolutely real.
Nobody copies Movados.
Well,
yes, they do.
Penn and Teller gave it to me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They did a deal for Movado. Some ads or something for Movado. Movado, they said, how much do we have to pay you? And they said, you can just pay us off in 20 watches.
That's what they said?
And then they got 20 watches, and then they had them all engraved because they were all part of this online board that we were on with each other called The Jungle. And so one day I get a thing in the mail and it's a goddamn Movado, and I didn't know from Movado.
That was nice.
Yeah. One of the older Movados, but I still have it around here somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, they're classic.
I have a Movado. It's thin. It's got the hour and minute hand, and that's all you can see on the damn thing. It's stainless steel with dots of gold around it. It's called the museum piece, and I got it like for my birthday when I was 50 from some girlfriend, and then 3 days later she was gone.
Well, as is the case with you. Yeah.
And so was your wallet.
There goes the wallet.
They took my Toonie wallet.
Actually, I'll tell you the truth. The best watch I've really ever owned is this Apple Watch. You know?
Really?
I mean, it just does so many things. Like it tells me Trump's income for 2018.
Trump's income for I love the technology.
Yeah.
I wear my Apple Watch for years now. When I got it, got the new one, and then one night I wanted to wear one of my some big other watches. I wanted to wear one of those one night, and I go back in my drawer full of watches, and all the batteries are dead. It's been so long since I wore one of them.
Wow. If you get one like this, it'll last in the drawer. Oops, can't see it. It'll last in the drawer for 6 months without anything.
Mine were years.
An Eco Drive, Citizen Eco Drive, and the sunlight, any light that hits it, it's got a solar panel for it.
So it didn't come across the border of Mexico, I guess.
Okay, here we go, Phil. I just found it. All right.
Yeah.
On his 2015 federal return, Trump and his wife declared negative income of $31.7 million with a taxable income of
zero.
Okay.
Right.
2016 return declared negative income of $31.2 million. He keeps losing the same amount of money every year practically. With $0 of taxable income. The Trumps paid $750 in taxes.
That's
okay. Good. You can't be losing money this often and still be a big time businessman. In 2000,
you can only lose money like the first 3 years or something.
5 years.
5 years.
And I'm good at that.
Yeah, you 2007.
Every 5 years, Phil loses money at his.
Then you have to make money once. And
let me finish, because I'm showing you where you were so wrong before.
All right, next.
2017, the return declared a negative income of $12.8 million with zero in taxable income. The couple paid $750 in taxes. I paid more than that myself last year, and I'm on Social Security for crying out loud.
I paid more than that on my Social Security income alone.
Exactly.
You got to move to California. There's no tax.
In 2018 return, he declared an income of $24.4 million with taxable income of $22.9 million. In that case, he paid $999,466.
I told you he made.
No, you said $4 million.
$4 million in taxes.
I mean, excuse me.
I said he paid $4 million in taxes.
You said he paid $4 million in taxes. This is $999,000.
That's a far cry.
Well, what's the next year?
The next year is 2019. Declared $4.4 million in total income and $2.97 million in taxable income, and paid $133,000.
Well, that's fair.
Where's this $4 million, Phil?
Well, it's expensive to run a jet, and it's
wait a minute. And the 2020 return shows a negative income of $4.69 million with $0 in taxable income. The tax paid by the Trumps was $0, and they claimed a refund of $5.47 million.
Oh my God!
So you look at the consecutive numbers, and he's playing the game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the game.
0, 0, 0, 0. Oh, I made money. I'll take some back. 0, 0, 0, 0. I'll make some more.
You know what they say, Kevin? If you don't make money 1 out of the 5 years, that it's a hobby.
Well, that's
which year was the $4 million in? I'm waiting for that, Phil.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was what was it, 17 or 18?
Alex just told us what that was.
Yeah, but he was probably getting that from the MSNBC site.
I raise you Fox.
Check the Trump site, right?
I saw it on Drudge.
You like that Drudge still? You still
Well,
like that?
it's becoming anti-Trump.
The report identifies different areas the staff thought warranted further examination, such as documentation of nearly $506,000 in charitable donations claimed by the Trumps in 2019. It turns out,
And loans to his
wait a minute.
children.
It turns out he said he paid that in cash.
And loans to his children.
So there's nothing to prove he didn't give that money.
No receipts or anything.
Yeah, you can't. There's no receipt. There's no trail.
Well,
So
100
Phil,
million, I carry that all the
Look,
time.
the man's a crook. All right, the man's an outright crook.
Who would give anything in cash unless
Phil-
it's a
Phil
gangster?
said-
It says private jets costs.
Yeah, but
Phil-
people give
Stop with
cash.
the
That's like
jets.
Yeah, that's why they're sitting in an airport being just taken
money
apart
in
right now.
suitcase.
Are they really?
Yes.
Ass.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
They're
One in
getting
New
better.
York is the 757 Trump aircraft is being taken apart in New York. I think at LaGuardia or something.
Well, he tried to take a big loss on the legal action against him for Trump University a few years back. The man is nowhere near a billionaire, and in fact may be, according to his taxes, the worst businessman of the last many years.
You know, Phil, you
Along with
keep
the worst
saying that
president.
he's
He's
not guilty.
had his expenses while president was 126.5 million, and write-offs over the years tied to sales.
Okay, if I talk
Expenses
over
for
you.
what?
Here to sell
Expenses
anything.
for what?
Yeah.
Well, no.
For what?
Phil, I would have been happy for.
Hey,
That was
what's
his
the, what,
expenses.
which
doesn't
line
pay
item
for
shows
food.
what employees he didn't pay?
He doesn't pay for food, doesn't pay for gas, doesn't pay for hotel. What
Doesn't
are
pay-
his
doesn't
expenses?
pay employee.
Oh, no. Yeah, his expenses are his own hotel with security that he paid for, right?
Well, I'm reading what he's got.
Keep going.
Remember, didn't he charge back all that time that he was at Trump Tower, say that was his residence? So they had to charge him and
Yeah.
So Phil keeps saying, excuse me. Phil
When the
keeps
se-
saying that he's not guilty of all these crimes. That's
Well,
what
he's
Al
not
Capone
yet.
tried too, but they got him on tax evasion, didn't they?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that
well,
be
he's not
funny if
guilty
Trump
yet.
And
had
now
locked up
here's the interesting part of the whole story. Forget about the fact that here's a guy who obviously played around with his tax returns. But who was running the IRS? A guy that he put in the post of the head of the IRS.
You think that's why they didn't audit?
That's
his-
why they didn't audit. They were supposed to audit. They have had, by law, since the Nixon administration, the IRS was supposed to audit every tax return from the President of the United States. The reason being, they didn't want the people to think that the president, just because he was a president, was immune from filing a tax return, and that they should audit it. They did not audit him. Okay? So, I mean, come on. There's a lot of hanky-panky going on there. This has not been a good week or month for Trump. Because also this report has been sent over to the Justice Department, who said they wanted it because they're looking very closely at everything. But the thing they're still looking at is that stealing of government documents at Mar-a-Lago, which is probably going to get him in more trouble than anything else.
I heard those guys are suing him because they use their bodies. These artists had those bodies that they photoshopped his head on, those NFT cards.
Oh,
or
yeah, the
whatever.
NFT cards. Yeah, they took existing artwork and putting his face on them.
So those people are suing him. Oh my God!
I mean,
that guy was
he's-
our president. Can you believe that guy was our president?
No, I can't.
No,
You know.
Phil still thinks he is.
How this came up? This came up on a discussion before I heard.
You know, Phil, I will bite my tongue or swallow my tongue if you ever admit that maybe you made a mistake by voting for him.
Well, not
That
the
you were a
first-
bad judge of character.
No, I thought he was a great president. What he did was great. In losing, He hasn't been so gracious.
What did he do? You're saying he was. I can't think.
Phil, can you name
did
5
70
legitimate?
You know what? This is very funny. This is a very funny thing. He was doing the NFTs, and his political, what do they call them? Advisors, counselors, told him that he really shouldn't do the NFTs and should think more, since he's already said he's running for president, to come out with policy statements. And then they said the problem was that he didn't have any policies.
Oh.
He was incapable of coming out with policy
He didn't know what they
statements.
are.
Yeah, because he has no policies.
Because
You know-
the print is this big on his paper, and he can't write all that stuff on those papers.
Yeah.
He doesn't have Kelly Conway right now, and a number of other people that
Hope Hicks.
that surrounded
they
himself,
buried
and he
it.
surrounded with that were very
Well,
talented.
some of these people like getting paid, you know? They like getting paid.
Oh,
They like their checks to cash.
yeah.
Phil, he told that guy on Entertainment Tonight, you can grab women by the pussy. Come on.
That was
Oh yeah.
13
That
years
was
before.
him.
That should have
It was
sunk him
13
right then and
years
there.
before he was.
That was
He was-
him.
Yeah, well,
It
come
doesn't
on.
matter
I've
how
seen
long
people-
ago it was. People are getting canceled from 10, 20 years ago with stuff.
Yep.
Because there were morons
Times
like you, Phil, who wouldn't admit that that was improper of him to say.
Yeah, it was improper. It's just that I think it was taken,
Out of context?
No, the
He's
guy
the
thought
one-
that he
What
was
was
in
out of
private.
what was out of context about it,
Well,
Phil?
you know that every mic is a live mic, and he should have been more careful.
Well, no one should have known better than him, a guy who was in television for how many years?
Yeah, he should have known.
But Phil, just because he said it, that means he thinks it. So do you think a president who thinks those kind of things should be a president?
I
you
think
think a
that a
person that
lot of
thinks-
people think that.
Not
I think
answering
they're
the
not
question.
president.
But they're
But
not
in the
president.
corporate
They're
world.
not president,
But
and they're not being
presidents are-
and they're not being held up as a object of
Influence.
of influence to children and kids everywhere and
Well, they're not
families
baseball
everywhere.
players.
He's not. They're not president of the United States, Phil.
Hey,
No,
Phil, when you
baseball-
go
not
to the
baseball players,
Not anymore.
Phil, he's not a
a
baseball player. He was president. Are you ready for Phil? Let me explain. Do you know what the president of the United States is?
The
A
leader
human
of
being.
the free world.
A human being. And
How about the
people
leader of the
make
free world?
mistakes.
That's a good one
Hey,
too.
people make mistakes. Hey, Biden wanted.
Yeah,
to-
but not every
to
hour
lock up
on
black
the
people.
hour, Phil.
That's right.
Hey, Phil, when you go to your carpet conventions, do you say that stuff?
No, because I don't believe that stuff.
Okay.
And
then
why don't you believe that stuff, Phil? It's probably because you're a
Because that's
fairly
not
decent
me.
human. You're a decent human being.
Well,
You said
thank
so.
you.
I'm not so
Oh,
nice.
no. You're giving him too much credit, Alex.
No, I think Phil's a decent human being.
Yeah, he's a decent guy right now.
I think he's a moron, but he's a decent human being.
Yeah,
Oh, that
well,
was Tony.
Let him in the apartment. Come on, he had to be
yeah,
decent.
wait till DeSantis runs.
What's he still doing here?
I'm waiting for
Yeah.
that.
What, he's not going to pay taxes
I think
either?
he's gonna.
Yeah.
he'll-
You know why
learning.
you don't have anything to do now is because you don't have Trump to kick around.
Oh yes, I do. What do you think we're doing
What
right
a
now? We're
world.
so
They
happy.
all can get him
I'm
around,
so
yeah.
happy that he's finally been shown up to not be the billionaire that everybody thought he was.
And
Just
I think
because he
he's
didn't make any
insanely-
money doesn't mean he's not a billionaire.
No, if he can't cash a check, right,
No,
for $1
obviously,
billion,
that's
then he ain't got $1 billion.
$126 million more than he made. You know,
You know what's? But Phil, he's got to feel the heat because you know what would bother me, as a regular citizen. How do these banks just sign off on loans to this guy?
Well, that's
They-
the other.
they-
because
that's
he has
the-
property.
That's a,
Assets.
I think
Assets.
he brought
It's
that
like
up, though,
Alan.
so.
Alan's got property. He doesn't have a terrible amount of income at the moment, but he's got property and he could.
Well,
you know,
what did
leverage
Trump
that.
have to do in order to? By the way,
But I think he got more than what he was
during
supposed
this
to
period
get.
of time of these taxes, didn't he also sell the old post
Yeah,
office
you're right.
in Washington? He sold that hotel, the Trump
No, that I
hotel.
thought that was in 21.
I thought he did the one in the city too, Alex. Right? Didn't you say that? That's
But I don't think he may not have made any money off of it. He may have owed more money on that than he was, than he.
I
than it
thought
was
the
worth.
post office hotel was profitable.
It may have been profitable, but that doesn't mean he didn't pay for it and owe tons of money on what he built it for or what he renovated
And remember,
for.
in 21, people were buying things for crazy money.
Well, what I'm saying is he had to unload it because he didn't have the money.
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe? That's why he unloaded it, Phil. Why do you unload a hotel that you put millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars into, only to keep it for 2 years?
I thought it was because they were saying there were some improprieties and that he didn't want these improprieties.
He needed to
It
get
wasn't
out of there.
impropriety.
Yeah.
So the owner.
If he doesn't have money, why is he selling NFTs of himself?
Yeah, that looks tacky, Phil. Yeah, he's right about that. If you're really worth that much, why would you do that?
I have a Trump coin, and Alan bought it. Alan actually has Trump coin.
Really? You got the
Tony
coin?
has Trump comics.
You should sell it. Tell you, Trump comics, those suckers will pay anything over $100.
I have a Trump comic from Tony.
Did I send it to you? I think I did, right?
Yeah. I asked you if you wanted it back since it's worth so much.
No, I got plenty of copies. I bought a ton of raw books on those. I knew I was getting 40% off. I knew I got a great smoke. I think you said
I maybe would get rid of them soon, Tony.
Yeah,
I got to send out to CGC. I'm gonna because I got to strike while the iron's hot because I think this guy's gonna go down in flames soon.
Yeah, they're starting to forget about him already.
Yeah, but how much did you
pay?
pay?
Following though.
How much did you pay for each of those comic books?
I bought them wholesale, so I probably paid about $2.50 for them. I'm guessing maybe $3.
So you spent about $300.
Yeah, I didn't buy 100 of those. I bought like 25 copies of each cover. Like one, he's fighting with Obama. Obama's beating him up. I graded that.
Let me go get mine. I know
got
where it is.
$110 for it.
It's good to know that you only spent $250 on Phil.
Yeah, but I was buying them on wholesale, but then I would send them out in the better copies, and I get them graded by CGC.
Well, in a way,
Trump get his taxes in order.
So I saw.
Yeah, I pay more on my comics than Trump did on his taxes.
Exactly.
I saw Trump's collecting cards, whatever they're called, are now for sale for $2.99 on TikTok.
Really? I'm telling you, these suckers.
They were $99 for the whole.
Yeah, last week they were $99. Now they are $2.99 on TikTok. Trump cards.
Don't take TikTok.
Now, who did the Trump comics? What comic book?
I'm not signing up for
it was an independent comic publisher. I think it was Antarctic Press. I never really. So they must be a small publishing house. I like that. They don't print up a lot of.
The U.S. government printed them.
Antarctic Press comic.
Yeah, that's it. It's Antarctic Press. Yep. I don't know where they're located. They might be Canada, Phil.
Tony's a little smarter than he looks sometimes.
Oh,
Phil.
listen.
Alex is right. All I do is I am like into the information like you, Alex. I love the computers and looking up stuff and statting things. I love doing that stuff. Let me show Alex the cover. Is that where he's the Hulk? Is that a ripoff of the Kirby cover? It is. They ripped off Jack Kirby, Hulk #1. Yeah, it's a nice one.
Yeah, but it's a parody, so that's
it's a parody of the Hulk #1. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I'm surprised Marvel let him do that, but I guess they can't sue.
Yeah. Well, hold on to that, Phil. It may be worth something.
Phil, if you scan that in on eBay right now and put it up, I bet you get at least $40 for it raw. Those suckers will bid on it, Alex. They love Trump. I'm telling you.
Really?
Well,
yeah, they will buy
buying from eBay anymore.
That's what we talked about on Saturday, was the fact that that's why Trump did those things, because there's morons out there that'll buy this shit.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, I see it all the
time.
But
the fact that they're only worth $2.99 a piece now.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of morons that bought it for $99.
No. I'm talking about the Trump cards.
Yeah,
the
there's a bunch of morons out there that bought it for $99.
Absolutely.
Made tons of money.
Right. Kevin's right. Absolutely.
Well, I could say horrible things about people who buy those things, but I have a Trumpy bear.
Oh, you got a Trumpy bear?
Yeah, I have a Trumpy bear. Yeah.
Throw them around the house when you get mad. I still got the Trump pen. I kind
remember when you bought that.
Yeah.
I think he's insanely jealous, Trump, of of the real billionaires because he wants to be in that club so bad. I think he wanted to own an NFL team. It didn't
I'll
work
tell
out.
you, Tony, I think at one time he was a real billionaire.
I think at one time he
might be right,
may
yeah.
have
Maybe in the 80s.
yeah, but not by the time he got into doing The Apprentice. Why, if he was a billionaire,
Yeah.
why the hell would he be doing a weekly TV show? I
Well, Cuban does that too,
but
though.
Cuban's
Alex.
getting out.
He is? I like Cuban. I know he's getting out. Okay, but
And,
Yeah, but-
that Kevin
money,
guy,
Kevin O'Leary.
he's having some issues with the FX, the Samuel
FTX.
Bankman-Fried guys.
Well, he did some commercials for him, which, quite frankly, I'm not going to hold against him. I mean,
Right.
he's a brand and he's for sale, and he did his thing. He did a commercial for them. Larry David did a commercial for them.
Oh, really? I didn't
Okay.
know that.
Yeah. Although Larry David's can't be considered an endorsement because the whole ad was him going, that's never going to happen. You know.
Now, Tom Brady also did an endorsement.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, I think, is a baseball or a football player.
Well,
Oh my!
And
I gotta go. I gotta go.
so they're suing him.
He's
There
a
are,
dancer.
there are people that said that they had bought these crypto things because Tom Brady and Kevin O'Leary.
Well, Kevin O'Leary,
recommend-
and I guess the rest of them got paid for doing these commercials. Got paid in Bitcoin or in the FTX
Yeah.
coin or whatever, and that's what O'Leary lost. It wasn't like he lost money over it.
I understand,
It's
but
just
there
he-
are people, regular people, that say they bought
Oh
these
yeah,
crypto
Oh, yeah.
things.
I saw
and
this
they
woman
are
on TV
suing-
today, a woman who went all the way down to the Bahamas to go yell and scream at him because she said that was her retirement fund,
Oh, wow.
you
How
know,
much
and that
shoes
she's
is-
now nothing.
I don't know. Bernie Madoff sure screwed over a lot of people.
Well,
too.
this guy is considered to be almost as bad as Bernie Madoff, and look who we got here.
Yep.
Hey,
Adrian.
not Bernie Madoff.
Not Bernie Madoff.
Hey,
By the way,
hi.
did I hear that Harvey Weinstein, the trial got
I think
dismissed
so.
because it was
Is it a hung jury or
no, it was some kind of impropriety or something, and that the whole case was thrown out of court.
he had a date with the judge, probably.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Well, I didn't see that.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Real news. Phil didn't see it.
Well,
Well, I figured that Weinstein on some of these things would skate. You know, it was like 3 out of the 7 charges against him were stuck, and the rest didn't. You know, but then the judge called a mistrial because there were some improprieties in the information and the way it was handled and so on. Yes.
Does anybody think the Justice Department's actually going to charge Trump with these charges that the Congress?
I don't know if they're gonna charge him with any of that. Although, you know, see that those he can't skate on them, but he can go into court and he can say, "Well, my lawyers told me there was nothing wrong with what I was doing," and you know, there are all kinds of.
you're still responsible, even if the lawyer says.
Yeah,
that
but
the
anyway,
lawyer doesn't
yeah,
make the law.
that's true. But still, there are things he could do with that. The one that may stick, and is far more criminal, believe it or not, is the stealing of government documents.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
one,
they-
that one is not. They say is
They have
pretty
proof
serious,
beyond a reasonable doubt.
and that there's
Look at that one.
good proof beyond a reasonable doubt that he took these things when he left office, and he lied to the government about having them.
Now, didn't Obama and Clinton
No,
both?
no.
take-
I saw Obama on TV, and he said, "No, I never took anything home,
I thought that
except
they were
except
stored
for except
in
for
a furniture store.
except for memorabilia."
Well, that was memorabilia to Trump.
That's because he was an idiot.
He
It
an
was
idiot.
You had to understand the rate
menu
of all
from
that.
a
But no,
state dinner.
Obama didn't keep anything, right,
then
Charlie?
Clinton-
Charlie's been very quiet this hour, right, Charlie?
Yeah.
Well, he's still counting.
You know, Obama. You know, Obama did everything right by the book. You know.
Well, no, even Bush didn't take home any documents.
No, Bush wasn't.
Bush did take documents.
No.
Not classified documents.
No.
There's certain documents that don't have any, you know, when they say top secret on them, I think you don't want to take them home, okay? They don't belong in your basement at Mar-a-Lago where everybody in the world is coming in and out of the place, and there you got a box full of things that say top secret on them.
I can't believe he was so stupid. Well, he's got this golf course. Go bury him somewhere.
Go bury him next to your ex-wife.
I wonder what was in those folders. You know,
I wonder what's
really
in the
those
coffin.
folders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to know what's in them. Yeah.
They were probably empty.
Well, I think some of them probably were, because he probably took the stuff out of them and put them somewhere else.
And the golf course in a coffin.
That's right.
Yep.
You think that's why his wife fell down the stairs?
I think the question is even more important. Why did he take these things in the first place?
Yeah. He wanted to sell them.
He wanted to sell them. Exactly.
Yeah.
Wanted to sell them to the Russians, but the Russians are running out of money because of the war.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, let's see. We got a couple of minutes left here. Anybody have anything that?
So you're on this week, but not next week, right?
Not next week. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was this week. So
we're taking the whole week off. Except I may still do the Monday show. I don't know why. I just like that show's so easy and fun to do that. I just, you know, I could just
I'll
do
be
it.
here.
Yeah.
Alan and Tony, you should call.
No, too early for me in the day.
No.
But you know what? You always say you're tired and stuff like it. But what time is it right now for you? Right now it's
about
almost midnight, right?
Almost midnight. Yeah.
Do you and Jeff stay up all this late? I don't know if you were on midnight here, I wouldn't be on the show. Too late.
I couldn't stay up that late.
Yeah, so I know you say you're
maybe
feeling
able to move.
tired and all that stuff, but man, you guys
I
are
stay up
troopers.
till I stay up late. I watch
Yeah, well,
TV.
Tony's all hopped up.
Tony and I would be on the
Coffee.
show.
He starts drinking his first cup of Kevin coffee at about midnight.
I'm gonna watch like some old shows down till like 1.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get you lost on YouTube, Alex, watching some kind of documentary.
Oh, wait a minute. It isn't Kevin that sends him the coffee. It's
Alan.
It's Alan.
Yeah.
I'm on Maxwell House right now, Alan. I gotta
Sorry,
do
I'll send you something better.
Are you smoking it or mainlining it?
I have it at night when I'm reading my books and stuff. So
Really?
It helps them go to sleep, all the caffeine.
yeah, it keeps me up when I'm reading and doing stuff.
Well,
Is pot legal in California now?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it is. Yeah.
Long time.
I never bought it.
Wait, long before it ever was in New York.
You can be in possession of an ounce or less if you're 21 and older and have no felonies and no drug convictions.
It's legal in New York now, you know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but it's just not. They don't have any stores yet. And as I say, the first store opens up next week.
If you buy
I own a rifle with a pistol grip in California, it's a felony.
You can't buy
Yeah,
it
rifle with
online
pistol.
because you have to use a bank card to pay for it. And banks won't. You can't use banks to pay for it.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Would they roll the
Everything's
joints?
in
for you?
cash.
Yeah, on
I wonder-
Tulsa King, they've got that guy that sells the pot, and he has a safe with all the money in it.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
A lot of the stores have a lot of big heavy duty safety cash in it.
Yeah, but they're also allowing gambling here in New York. You know, with the DraftKings and the crap like that, which I don't approve of. Just do not approve of it.
They're pushing for that casino in the city. too,
Yeah.
Alex.
Oh, they want to build a casino in 42nd Street, Times Square.
That should not happen, Alex.
It should
That's
not
gonna be
happen.
a nightmare.
Absolutely not. Let the
Well,
tourists
yeah,
let the
but
tourists
we have those
go
in
where they've
Connecticut.
always been going, New Jersey. Okay.
Why don't they
Anyway,
knock down
hey,
They
listen.
don't do well in New Jersey. Maybe Trump can put the one in Times Square.
Yeah, right. Then it'll really
yeah.
fail.
They don't want to-
Anyway, thank you, Phil. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you,
Happy birthday.
Alan.
Happy
Thank you,
birthday.
Brian. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Tony. And thank you to Kevin. Everybody, give a big wave goodbye, and I'll give a big wave goodbye at you. Okay, there they go. That's our citizen panel. Yes. And, Jack is not here tonight or for the rest of the month. And he'll probably be here maybe towards the first couple of weeks of next month. But we play old shows of his, so that's what's coming up next. I'm Alex Bennett. We'll see you again tomorrow night right here, same time, same station in life. In the meantime, as always, if you see her, tell her I love her, okay? Good night, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, what's that? We don't want that. This is what we want. There we go. Good night, everybody.